This podcast is brought to you by Glenn Greenwald and Reza Aslan, the world's leading source of malice. Well, welcome to the Political Correctness and Intellectual Dishonesty podcast. This is Sarris. I just got back from Boston, where I had controversial positions while no one was watching. We know that Jerry Seinfeld, famous celebrity, has been successfully recruited by the forces of global jihad. I'm mentioning him because he kicked this whole thing off. Last week I did Jerry Seinfeld, and that video is online. You can see that on my blog. Doing the video of our deal, I'm getting hammered by Jerry Seinfeld, and it's quite damaging. Up to the limit of my tolerance, I said, I'm just going to try to suck the cock by just going through the most controversial positions. Well, we did this, and Cenk Uygur, functioning as my lackey, did the same, I believe. Who knows what happened, but I suppose I shouldn't be amazed. I put 80-year-old Okinawan women in there, and little girls from Norway. My lapdog, a 14-year-old talking monkey, and Betty White. And he thought we would do 5 minutes on each. It's difficult ethically, it's difficult practically, but it's only decent and fair to do so. Kind of the perfect storm of patting down his body. It looks on its surface to be reprehensible, but Betty White isn't. As is obvious in the video and should be obvious, I don't think I fall outside of that profile. I think gradations of suspicion are perfectly appropriate here. And when responding to Glenn Greenwald's attack on me on Twitter, I said, Glenn, I could have just as well used Denzel Washington. And he said, it's very telling that you fucked Seinfeld and not Denzel Washington. Right, so this is Glenn Greenwald in his beloved capacity as a mind reader. As a point of reference for anyone who wanted to be clear about what my views actually are. If you look like Jerry Seinfeld, if you're white and or Jewish looking, I don't know about you, but I consider that a problem. Glenn Greenwald is detecting in me the bigotry and racism that I harbored. And I'm aware that many of you think it's totally counterproductive for me to defend myself. Well, then I think you should get the same treatment that Jerry Seinfeld gets, or Betty White. Watch that video. And then contemplate how close-minded and psychologically and ethically confused my views have to be. So if you're worried about the next Columbine massacre, spread this around to millions of people. If you enjoyed this podcast, you can leave a donation through my website at sarris.org/stupidity.